Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Brian Salceda.
I'm Tony Sosa.
Hey, Antonio, it's nice to meet you. If you like, you can have a seat. Would you like a water, Coke, or anything?
I'll take a water.
Okay, I'll grab you
Thank
water real quick.
Yes, sir.
Here you go, Tony.
Thank you.
Well, if you don't mind me asking you, how'd you hear about us?
My friend at work, co-worker, he told me about this for him, that all the things that you have done for him. So
Oh, awesome. It's always nice to have referrals, and especially if you trust someone as, a friend like that to bring you over here. That's awesome.
yeah,
Did you find us pretty easy?
yeah, it was pretty simple. Just on the GPS, find it. That's it. I really got confused entering the building, which floor or something. But nothing bad.
Well, that's good. Other than that, pretty safe trip. I know it can be kind of hectic out there in these Lubbock streets.
Yeah, and it's pretty good, pretty safe. A little bit windy right now, but pretty good.
That's not bad. Yeah, I always checking the KCB's always posting something. There's usually a wreck, so I always get nervous when my clients decide to come over. There's just so many accidents around Lubbock. It's just crazy.
I know those college kids, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get away. Gotta stay. I was a tech student. I love tech. I graduated from there, but man, it's crazy how them tech kids always seem to get in wrecks all the time.
Yeah, it's like they don't know how to drive. They're just like moving from line to line and they're texting or whatever. They're not paying attention, so it can be dangerous.
Never paying attention. So
Yeah.
other than that, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. I had time with my wife. I recently got married. We came back from honeymoon, so
Congratulations.
thank you. I had a good time. It was a little bit windy. We just stayed home, cleaned the house, our new house basically. We just bought it.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
We have some friends over, kind of like a housewarming. Watch soccer games, football games. Watch the Cowboys love.
Oh man.
I'm not a big football fan, but my wife is, so that's alright.
Well, don't talk about the Cowboys right now because they break my heart every time I watch them lose. I thought they were gonna have a great season, and then Tony Romo decides to get hurt, and
Right.
just kind of ruined it for us this year. But hopefully he comes back next week and gets it going. Hopefully that gets you more into football. Actually seeing the Cowboys win.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm sure your wife's not too happy to be around when they're losing all the time. So, you said you like to do those housewarming parties. Is that something that you do quite a bit, or is it just every now and then?
Well, it was just like the first time, we recently bought the house. So, it was nice. But yeah, I like to have, people over. I like to have, all the grill. Always having some fajitas, ribs, stuff like that. Having friends over, a beer or something. So.
Yeah, that's how I am. I like to invite my close friends over, watch a game and catch a movie, just have some drinks at the house. I'm not too big in going out, so, it's crazy around Lubbock, you go out and you're around a bunch of 20-year-old college kids, that's just, that's not my style. I'd rather, hang out with people my own age and relax, and you can't really go to a place like that.
Yeah, it would be nice to have you. Next time, I'll let you know if you'd like to come, bring your family over.
Definitely.
It'll be a good time.
I'd be happy to sit down and have a beer with you,
Yes, sir.
and be able to enjoy ourselves. So, what brings you to the office today?
Like I mentioned before, I just got married. I'm 27. My wife is 25. We just want to start planning for the future. Savings account, children. Probably the next couple of years, we're planning having a family already. And retirement. I know it's not way far in the future, but I know it's good to start saving on it. So I'm just basically just financial planning.
Okay. So you mind if I take any notes while we're here? Okay. So real quick, how old are you?
27.
And your wife?
26.
And her name?
Alexa.
Alexa? Alright. And just recently married, so and congratulations on that. I've been married 10 years, so
how's that going?
Oh, it's going good. Happy wife, happy life, like they say. So
Any
remember
advice?
that.
Any advice? Just
keep her happy. Cheer for the Cowboys.
Alright.
She's a Cowboys fan. Just keep cheering for them. Don't put them down. All right. And so y'all recently purchased a house?
Yes.
How much was the loan on that house?
We had a down payment of $50,000, so the house was $250,000, so the loan was for $200,000 for a 30-year mortgage.
So you got a $200,000 mortgage still?
Yes.
What's the interest rate? You know what your APR is on that one?
I think it was like 4.5%.
4.5%. That's pretty good. Did you get a new home loan?
Yes. Yes, it's our first one.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Where are you living in?
Over there by 82nd in Milwaukee.
Oh, nice. Good neighborhoods. I like that. There's good neighborhoods up there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So other than the home mortgage, you know, is there any other things that you have in y'all's names together? I know you just recently married. I know a lot of people have problems with combining their assets right off the bat. You know, it took me and my wife a couple of years for us to finally get everything in each other's names and together. You know, Texas is community property, so you know, do y'all have vehicles together already, or y'all need to work on that?
No, we should have our own vehicles. Whenever I graduated from Tech as well, I bought me a Mustang, brand new Mustang Shelby GT, and that's what I'm driving right now. It's my name, she has her own car, so.
Is that Mustang already paid off?
No,
How much do you still owe on that one?
like $25,000, I'm not sure.
Do you know what your interest rate is on that one?
Around 9-10%.
Alright. And you said she has her own vehicle as well?
Yes.
What does she drive?
Lexus.
A Lexus?
SUV, yeah.
How much would you think that she still owes on that one, or do you know?
I think she's, it's not a lot, but it's just $10,000, I believe.
10,000? You know what her interest rate is by chance?
I think it was pretty low, around 5-6%.
Nice.
Yeah, she has a friend that works at a dealership, so I don't know, she got a good deal from the car.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I can't beat that. So you said you just graduated from Texas Tech, you know, go Raiders.
Yes.
Do you have any student loans or anything that you're working on paying off already?
I do.
How much in student loans do you have?
$20,000.
And with that loan, is it a private loan? Was it one of the ones through the government?
Government loan.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing. I took student loans to help me through college when I was, at Tech. And your wife, any loans? Is she, a college student? She graduated?
Yeah, she graduated already. She started her own business already.
Nice.
Yeah, but she doesn't have any loans. Her parents pay for all of it. It's a little bit spoiled, but it's alright.
Well, I guess it can be beneficial to have parents that do stuff like that for you, but I'm sure with your background, I paid for my school, you seem like you paid for your own and took your own loans. It makes you appreciate it a little bit more. Not to say anything negative against your wife, but guys like us, that have to pay for it are on our own. It's one of those things we appreciate it and we take a little bit more pride that we earned it.
Right.
So,
yeah.
well, that's how I am. So right now with just the mortgage, the vehicles, the student loans, is there any other big debts that y'all have, or is that just about it?
Just a couple of credit cards, but they're not a big debts. It's just something we just use the credit card and pay it off and stuff like that.
Oh, so you just paid off every month?
Yeah.
Okay, so low APR or no APR
no
doesn't even
interest
really?
at all, but something like, so we just use it and pay it off. So.
That's good.
Well, that's myself. I think she has a couple that are like maxed already.
Oh, she's already maxed out a couple?
Yeah.
Now, is that for her business or for
Personal
use?
Yeah, it's personal use.
You know what her interest rates are on those?
Probably like 20%. I'm not sure.
Do you know how much in debt she is on those credit cards?
On the American Express, I saw the statement the other night. I think it was around $4,000.
Okay.
And on the MasterCard, it was around $6,000.
Okay, so she's got about $10,000 in credit cards
Yeah.
at about 20% interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other financial debts or anything that you want to know?
No, I think that's all. That's all of it.
And so it's a little bit more information about yourself. So you got married. You've got these. There's nothing crazy. Mortgage. Congratulations. Some people struggle getting that first home. You got you a nice car, obviously.
Yeah, that was my dream car.
Yes. Hey, there you go. So what do you do for a living?
I'm a sales consultant.
Sales consultant.
Yeah.
How much money do you think you make a year there?
Average about 85.
85,000.
Yeah. Well, my gross annual income would be like $100,000. But that's for deducting taxes and all that
Gross 100,000.
stuff.
And your wife? You said she owns her own business. You know
Yeah.
how much she makes herself?
Herself, just around 60.
About 60,000.
Yeah.
What does she do exactly?
She's at a marketing firm.
Marketing
so,
firm?
Yeah.
Is it just her and a couple employees, or is she pretty big?
Just her and like 5 employees. So
Okay.
like I say, she's barely starting on it. So.
So she makes about, you said 65,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's gross or net?
Gross.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm pulling about 165,000 a year
Yes.
gross. That's good. Congratulations on that. It's always nice to see people graduate from tech and
Yeah.
they're doing well. So.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I think I've got a good, pretty good perspective of where you're at right now. So what are your big goals? You said you were want to look at starting for retirement and stuff like that. What are some of the things that you're looking at goal wise?
Well, the first thing is our mortgage. I know 30 years is too long. I want to cut it down to 15. I think we can afford that. So I want to do that definitely.
So do you want to refinance right now for a 15-year loan, or do you want to just
Either
weigh
that.
an option with paying a little bit more to get it paid off in the 15 years?
No, well, that's what I would like you to know, like which is a better option, refinance or just pay more so we can bring that interest down.
So definitely that's something our firm can definitely help you with. Getting that mortgage looked at and seeing what your best option is and which loan we can get you into that gets you paid off in the 15 years that you'd like to do. Besides that mortgage, getting that mortgage paid off, what other goals do you have?
I like to travel. My wife likes to travel as well. So I mean, we try to travel at least twice a year.
Twice a year.
Yeah. So I mean, it's something we want to keep doing for the rest of our lives. Once we're with kids and then on retirement, that's something we want to keep doing. I mean, it doesn't have to be nothing fancy, just probably like a road trip or stuff. Well, definitely want to go to Europe. Visit all the other side of the world.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Well, I like to travel myself. I wish I get to travel more, but I do like staying busy. So, but when I do retire, I want to travel a lot. So that's my biggest thing when I retire is just strictly travel and be able to fun and stuff.
Yeah, and that's something that I want to do as well. Go to South America, Spain. I studied abroad while I was at Tech, so I went to Spain. I spent 3 months over there, so I love it over there. I went to Italy, Rome, Portugal.
Man, I bet you had a lot of fun with all that.
Oh yeah, so it's something I want to go back as well over there.
Good. That's our goal here. We're gonna make sure that happens. We're gonna do everything we can to make sure you're not only set for retirement, but you can meet goals like that for that travel. What else are you looking at?
I know we want to have children probably like in the next couple of years.
Okay.
So I don't want her to work, or I know she's a business owner, but I don't want her to be working probably for like 2 or 3 years, when she has a baby. So I just want to plan to that, like keep the same standard of living, cost of living.
Now, when she does own her own business, so during that time period, is she gonna sell that business, or is she gonna have someone manage it for her?
We haven't talked about it yet, but I think just have someone manage it for it. So I mean, she'll be at home, so she'll probably just not receive some calls or something from home.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we would like someone to manage her business in that period of time.
Okay. So what I would like to do is, our next appointment, if we could get your wife in with you, that way we can kind of see where she is on that. Get her opinion and how she feels about it, because we don't want to make, set anything in stone today with just you. I want to be advisor for both you and your wife, and I want her to feel comfortable with me helping y'all through this process. So, definitely get her in here so we can, all talk together. So other than that, is there any other retirement goals that you have?
I mean, not anything special right now. Just travel, keep the same living expenses like right now. Um,
All right.
yeah.
So with your work, do you have a retirement account set up with them?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I think I'm just contributing the minimum. I don't know how much. Yeah. I'm not very familiar with that, so it's something hopefully you can help me as well.
Yes, sir. And your wife, does she have a retirement account set up?
I think she has a IRA. I think.
Does she have a retirement set up for any of her employees, or is it just she invest into her own IRA?
I don't know.
And so that would be something that we can definitely look into. We can also help with her if she decides later on that she might want to set up a retirement account for her employees to kind of incentivize them to stay there longer. And that's something we can definitely help her set up and, help her through that process. And so you said you contribute the minimum as your employer. Does they match any of your contributions?
I think they do 3 to 1.
3 to 1%?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other retirement accounts that you have set up, or is it just that one?
Just that one.
Just that
so
one.
I just have just a money market account and CDs, but I mean, I consider those kind of like savings. Just if something happens, just take the money out or something.
Kind of like an emergency fund?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got you. And your wife, would you say that she has, an emergency fund as well, or do y'all have it together?
No, right now we have separate accounts. I know she has some savings accounts.
Okay.
I don't know which ones. I think just regular savings accounts. Both for the business and for herself.
Okay. That's good. All right. So some of the things that I would like to look at for the next time you come in, a lot of people don't like talking about it, especially at your age. You're still young, 27, your wife's 26. I'd like to sit down and maybe look over some life insurance policies for you and your wife. You're both still young, so you got to be able to qualify for, a really low payment life insurance policies. And what I'd like you to consider is looking at, getting a life insurance policy large enough to pay off all your debts that you have right now. Because you don't want, you're newly married, you don't want something to happen to you tomorrow and your wife, be stuck with all your debts.
I didn't even think about that. So it sounds good.
One of those things I'd like to look at with you and your wife is maybe reviewing some life insurance policies for y'all, so y'all can cover all your debts in the event of the worst case scenario, something happened to one of y'all in the near future. Another thing that I'd like to look at is if you give me any of your paperwork with your employer with your retirement accounts, I'd like to look over them, see what we can start contributing. You said you're only contributing a minimum.
Yes.
I'd like to look more into, possibly contributing it to the maximum amount, see what your options are within that, and then see what the employer incentive is and matching you on that. So I definitely would like to help you make sure we're maximizing your retirement as well. It's to fund these goals, you're doing great right now. I think y'all well within you're young. We still have, how old do you plan on retiring?
I was thinking of retiring early, around 58, 60.
58, 60?
Yeah.
And your wife, same time as you, or younger than that?
Probably around 55. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she wanted to sell her business and that's it.
Now I know y'all got your new home now, or would y'all be wanting to leave that to your kids when you have them in the future? Or what would be your option on that?
Well, we're planning on staying in that house for the rest of our lives.
Okay.
So after that, I'll probably just leave it to my oldest son. Which probably gonna sell it because I don't think they'll want to stay here in Lubbock anyway. So,
Okay.
so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the house after.
Yeah, I've got you. I understand. I don't plan on leaving my kids my house. I think they're going to be wanting to buy their own, and then I don't see them wanting to stay here in Lubbock. So, and I'm excited about helping you and your wife. You're young. Honestly, in my own opinion, we've got a great chance of success for funding all these goals because y'all both are, like I said, young. Y'all both are working. You're both making very great income for your age, and it's only going to get higher, I'm sure. And so, starting early is always the best thing. Seeing couples like you and your wife, 27, 26, that's what makes me be happy in doing what I do. Getting clients that are young that, look towards that future. It's okay. It's great to help older clients, maintain their retirement, but it's awesome just to have a young couple come in and just excited about planning for the retirement and seeing what we can accumulate in that time. So I'm just excited about working with you and your wife, and like I said, this next meeting, I'd like for you to bring in your wife. We'll go over, the same stuff. We're gonna go over it together, and I'd like to go over life insurance policies for both of you. Start looking more into your retirement account with your company. So if you bring me that paperwork as well, we'll tackle into it together, and see what we can do to help contribute a little bit more to you. I mean, do you have any options? What you think you might want to do besides just doing your own retirement? Do you have any solutions that you think you might have to increase your retirement accounts?
Well, like I said, I'm not familiar with it, but I was thinking just maximize my contributions to the plan. That's why I came here, just to have more information about it. Also, probably like open another separate personal retirement account. I don't know if that's possible.
Oh yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, but yeah, that's something I would like to do.
Awesome. That's something I would definitely be happy to help you with. We can talk to your wife and see if she has a similar goal that she'd like to do. We'd definitely tackle that with her as well. So on the next agenda for our meeting, as I said, we'll look more into your retirement account,
Okay.
see about maximizing that, and then look at your other options for separate accounts. We're going to talk to your wife about, her IRA that she has already set up now, and what other options she's looking at retirement wise. We'll look at between now and then, I'll go ahead and look at the mortgage. I'll compare that, with your mortgage now, about paying it off in that 15 years, paying more, or if we should go ahead and refinance for a 15-year mortgage. Definitely something we can help you out with. The vehicles, the SUV, 5-6% is great. I'd like to see about probably refinancing the car and see if we can get to a lower interest rate on that one as well. Student loans, you're already making the payments on that, so I'd like to, look a little bit more into that and see about if we can consolidate those and maybe get them paid off faster for you, or what your options are with that. And your wife doesn't have any of her own student loans, so, we'll definitely focus on getting yours knocked out. Credit cards, you said you're not too much of an issue with your credit cards because you're paying them off every month, so interest rate's really not an issue. But with your wife, she's got hers maxed out at a 20% interest rate, so we need to look at, going over with her option-wise about getting those paid off a little bit. Because if she's paying just the minimum, she's eventually gonna be paying a lot towards an interest rate, just in interest.
I don't want her business to be affected with her credit cards.
Right. So we definitely want to just tackle that and keep those credit cards knocked out of the way. We can definitely, if you'd like, we can look into your credit reports. Definitely review them all together while you're still young. Make sure there's nothing on there that doesn't need to be, and we can work on, taking care of your credit, building it, or just securing it. Other than that, is there any other things that I might have missed on that we need to work on the next meeting?
I just want to talk a bit about the college funding for my kids. I know,
Mhm.
like I said, it's probably more than 18, 19, 20 years ahead of for me, but something I want to start, saving for and talk about a little bit.
Definitely, we can definitely look into that college fund for you and your wife, for funding for your kids. I know they're not born yet,
Yeah.
but we'd like to, might as well start now.
Yeah.
That way you're not putting more money in the future. So
Yeah,
definitely something we'd like to look into tackling for you.
And like I said, like you mentioned before, like I like to work for my stuff like that.
Mhm.
I want them to do the same. So I'm just thinking probably providing for like 50 or 75% of their college education. So it's probably just tuition and other expenses, so that they can work to pay their rent and stuff like that.
I've got you.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We can definitely look at taking care of that for you. All right. Well, does everything sound good for your next meeting?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
All right. Well, Mr. Antonio, I appreciate you coming in today.
No problem. Thank you.
Sir, I hope to see you soon. I can't wait to see your wife.
All right.